Hey readers, welcome back. Today we will be reading Young Cam Jansen and the Spotted Cat Mystery by David A. Adler. Young Cam Jansen and the Spotted Cat by David A. Adler. Contents: Chapter 1, Meow Meow. Chapter 2, The Cat's Name is Spotty. Chapter 3, Something Strange. Chapter 4, Cam Jansen Clicked. Chapter 5, The Reward I Want. Chapter 1, Meow Meow. Please walk on the mat, Miss Wayne, the principal's assistant, called out. Wipe your boots. It was a cold, rainy day. Cam Jansen and her friend, Eric Shelton, walked into school. They wiped their boots on the mat. Aren't you that clicking girl? Miss Wayne asked. Cam smiled. I say click when I want to remember something. Eric smiled too. He told Miss Wayne, Cam remembers whatever she sees. It's as if she has a camera in her head and lots of pictures. That's why she says click. That's the sound a camera makes. Turn around, Miss Wayne told Cam. Tell me what I'm wearing. Cam turned. Click, she said, and closed her eyes. You're wearing boots. Of course I am, Miss Wayne said. It's cold and raining outside. There's an oak leaf on the top of your left boot, Cam said. The tip of the leaf is torn. Miss Wayne looked at her boot. Oh my, you're right, she said, and took the leaf off her boot. Cam's real name is Jennifer, but when people found out about her great memory, they called her the Camera. Then the camera became just Cam. You're amazing, Miss Wayne said. You really do have a great memory. Cam opened her eyes. Then she walked with Eric to class. Their teacher, Miss D, was standing in the hall, right by the door to their classroom. Good morning, Miss D said. You're early. My mom didn't want us to wait in the rain for the bus, Cam said. She drove us here. Please, Miss D said, take off your raincoats, coats, and boots. Get ready for class. Cam and Eric walked into the room. They were the first children in class. The room was neat. The floor was clean. They took off their coats. Cam helped Eric take his boots off. Eric helped Cam take her boots off. They went to the back of the room and hung their coats on hooks. Hey, Eric said, look in the corner. Danny forgot his sweater. Eric went to pick it up, and something moved. Meow, meow. A white cat with a large black spot on its tail ran from the corner and hid beneath Miss D's desk. Chapter 2. The cat's name is Spotty. Good morning, Beth said as she walked into the classroom. Jane, Tim, and Danny walked in too. I love the rain, Danny said. He spun around. Water sprayed off his raincoat. Hey, Beth shouted, you got me wet. Water is good for you, Danny said. It makes plants grow. Well, I'm not a plant. More children walked into the room. Danny dropped his books on the floor. His homework papers fell out. He shook his boots. Water splashed off them and hit the cat. Meow! The cat ran from Miss D's desk. It ran across Danny's books and papers. It ran back to the coat corner and into Danny's sweater. Whose cat is that? Danny asked. We found it here this morning, Cam said. Look, Danny called to Miss D. Cam brought a cat to school. Miss D walked into the room. There it is, Danny said and pointed. Oh, how sweet, Miss D said. She held out her arms. Come here, she said softly. The cat looked at Miss D. Come here, Miss D said again. The cat ran into her arms. Miss D petted the cat. Then she told Cam, you can't keep a cat in school. You'll have to call your mother to come and take it home. But it's not my cat, Cam said. Danny laughed. He pointed at Cam and sang, Cam Jansen has a little cat. Its fleece as white as snow. It followed Cam to school one day. Miss D said it must go. That's not funny, Cam said. It's not my cat. We found it in the coat corner, Eric said, in Danny's sweater. Well, it's not my cat, Danny said. I don't have any pets. Then whose cat is it? Misty asked. No one answered. The cat has a collar, Beth said. Misty held the cat up. A small brass tag hung from its collar. Misty looked at it and said, "The cat's name is Spotty." Chapter 3, Something Strange. I'll make lost cat signs, Danny said. We can put them on trees. Beth said, first we should give Spotty something to eat and drink. I have a can of tuna for lunch, Misty said. I'll share it with Spotty. Misty put Spotty on the floor by her desk. She opened her lunch bag and took out a small can of tuna fish. Misty put a sheet of paper on the floor. She opened the can, then she spilled some tuna fish onto the paper. It's for you, Misty told Spotty. Spotty purred, but Spotty didn't eat the fish. I have some water, Eric said, and I have a bowl, Misty added. Eric took a small bottle of water from his lunch bag. Misty took a bowl from her closet. She set it beside the tuna fish. Eric poured some water into the bowl. Beth stood beside the fish and water. Here, Spotty, Beth said. You must be hungry. Spotty didn't run to the food and water. It ran into Beth's arms. Cam looked at Spotty. Then she looked at Danny's papers. Cam closed her eyes and said, "Click." "Go on," Beth told Spotty. "Eat some fish. Drink some water." But Spotty just looked up at Beth and purred. "I'm done," Danny said. He held up a sheet of paper. "Are you looking for me?" was on the top of the paper. Beneath that was a picture. "That's not a picture of Spotty," Beth said. "It looks like a shoe with feet." Now, who would be looking for a shoe with feet? Cam opened her eyes. "Look at my sign," Danny said. "Yes," Beth said. "Look at it. Does that look like Spotty?" Cam looked at the sign. "It's very nice," Cam said, "but I don't think we need that sign. Look at Danny's other papers, the ones on the floor." "Hey," Danny said, "that's my homework." "There's something strange about those papers," Cam said. "Something is missing from them." Chapter 4, Cam Jansen clicked. Danny looked at his homework papers. "There's nothing missing," he said. "I answered every question." Eric looked at Danny's homework. "Name the world's 5 oceans," Eric read. Then he read Danny's answer. "George, Fred, Nancy, Jacob, and Beth." "Hey," Beth said, "I'm not an ocean." George, Fred, Nancy, and Jacob are also not names of oceans. Those are names of people. The world's 5 oceans, Eric said, are Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic. Misty looked at Danny's homework. "All your math answers are wrong too," Misty said. Cam said, "The right answers are not all that's missing from Danny's homework." Spotty walked across those papers twice. "What's missing are Spotty's wet paw prints." "Yes," Misty said. "There are no paw prints." "I clicked," Cam said, "and looked at the picture I have in my head of the floor when we came into the room. The floor was clean. If Spotty came here from outside the school," Cam said, "there would have been lots of wet paw prints on the floor." "Maybe he came in yesterday," Beth said. Cam shook her head again. "If Spotty came here last night, before the rain, then he would have been hungry." Misty asked Cam, "When do you think Spotty came to the school?" Cam smiled. "I think Spotty lives here. Spotty lives in the school." Chapter 5, The Reward I Want. "Let's ask Miss Wayne," Eric said. "She would know if a class has a pet cat." "Eric, that's a good idea," Miss D said. "You and Cam should go, and, of course, Beth. Spotty seems to like her." Beth was still holding Spotty. "What about me?" Danny asked. Misty told Danny, "You need to stay here. You think there's an ocean named George." Misty read from his math paper. "I asked, how much are 4 apples plus 3 apples plus 2 apples?" "9, Eric said. Danny wrote, "That's a lot of fruit." Danny laughed. Miss D didn't. She said, "You'll stay here and do your homework again." Cam, Eric, and Beth left the room. They walked towards the front hall. Eric said, "The kindergarten class have pets. They have fish and hamsters." "But they don't have a cat," Cam said. They wouldn't. Cats eat fish and hamsters. Cam stopped. Oh my, she said, that's it. Cam started to walk the other way. Follow me, she said. They walked to the back hall. Cats don't only eat fish and hamsters, they eat mice. Lots of stores have cats to keep mice away. Cam stopped at the custodian's door. She knocked on it. Who is it? Miss Adams asked. It's me, Cam said. Cam Jansen. Come in, Miss Adams said. Cam opened the door. Spotty, Miss Adams said. Where were you? Spotty jumped from Beth and into Miss Adams' arms. Miss Adams told Cam, Eric, and Beth, a few years ago, the gym teacher came in here all upset. He saw mice in the gym. That's when I got Spotty. She chased the mice out. Now, I just love her, but I'm careful. Some children are allergic to cats. Spotty might scare some of the pets in the kindergarten classes. I was so busy all morning mopping up puddles, I must have left my door open and Spotty got out. Beth said, we found Spotty in her classroom. We didn't know how she got there. Cam solved the mystery, Eric said. Please, Miss Adams said, take pretzels and juice as a reward. Cam and Eric each took a pretzel from the bowl on Miss Adams' desk. I would like to come here and visit Spotty, Beth said. That's the reward I want, Spotty purred. Eric and I would like to visit too, Cam said. Spotty and I would like that, Miss Adams said. Visit us after lunch. There was a knock on the door. Miss Wayne came into the office. Some children didn't wipe their feet on the mat, Miss Wayne said. There's a puddle in the front hall, Miss Adams told Cam, Eric, and Beth. I need to go to work. We need to go to class, Eric said. I'll walk with you. Miss Wayne told the children when they were in the hall. Miss Wayne told Cam, now close your eyes and click. Cam closed her eyes and clicked. Now, Miss Wayne said, tell me what Miss Adams was wearing. Tell me about the signs on her office walls. Tell me everything that was on her desk. Eric and Beth held Cam's hands as she walked with her eyes closed, and as she walked, Cam answered every one of Miss Wayne's questions. The end. Thanks for reading Young Cam Jansen and the Spotted Cat Mystery with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to read your favorite book to the like button. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. It really does help our channel out. I encourage you to read all that you can. Until next time, bye!